So today I'm going to show you the California State Board Barbering Practical Exam. This is the number 2 work area and client preparation and setup of supplies. This is the 3rd procedure in the Barber State Board. They're going to read the instructions and tell you that you will be evaluated on the following tasks. That you disinfect all work areas completely with product labeled in English as EPA registered hospital grade disinfectant. That you sanitize your hands with a product labeled in English, that your universal supplies are labeled in English, and that your items to be disinfected, soil linens, and trash are disposed of in a correct manner throughout the section. And they'll tell you that you have 15 minutes, and they will say you may begin. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is one of the few times that you're allowed to move your mannequin. So you always want it to still be facing forward, but you can move it all the way to the left. So you're going to undrape your mannequin too. You're pretending that this is a client and that they're leaving and you're setting up for your next client. So you're going to take the drape. This was from the haircut because we just finished the haircut. And we're gonna put this in our soiled linens. Notice I haven't sanitized my hands and wrists. You might have thought I forgot, but I didn't forget, because right now, if you want to, first of all, you can, it's fine. But you don't need to because you're touching dirty stuff. So we're removing all of the stuff from the haircut. Okay, so now I'm gonna be taking my combs, all of the plastics. We don't need this anymore. I'm putting this in the items to be disinfected. And I'm taking any trash and putting that in the trash. I'm taking my clipper blades and my shears, and I'm gonna put them in my items to be disinfected. And then I'm gonna take my my towel, all of my towels, and I'm gonna put these in my items to be disinfected. My soiled linen, sorry. And then I'm gonna take my astringent and my shaving gel. These go in the items to be disinfected. And everything else that is up here are universal supplies, and they're gonna stay up here. So I just touched all the dirty stuff. Now I'm gonna sanitize my hands and wrists. Okay, so now I'm gonna move everything over to the left side of the table. Okay. I am now going to grab my Marvicide. I'm going to spray it, the table, on the right, the empty side. I'm going to actually just keep this in my hand. And I'm going to wipe everything down. I am going to throw the tissue in my trash bag. Now, before I can set this down, I want to clean the bottom of it, okay? So I'm just gonna set the lid down on the clean side, and I'm gonna spray each time over my trash can the bottom of a new tissue and wipe the bottom of everything I put down. And now I can now set this down. I'm gonna throw away my tissue. So for each item, I'm gonna grab a new tissue and spray it over my trash can and wipe the bottom of every single thing. Okay, throw it away. Sanitize my hands because now I'm gonna be touching stuff. So now I'm gonna get a new tissue, spray it over the trash can, wipe the bottom, throw it away. I'm gonna grab a new tissue, spray it over the trash can, wipe the bottom, throw it away. Grab a new tissue, spray it over the trash can, wipe the bottom. I'm sitting all this far on the right-hand side, throw this away. Grab a new tissue, spray it over the trash can. the bottom. Sit out, right? Throw that away. New tissue, spray it over the trash can. Wipe the bottom, set it down, throw this away. A new tissue, spray it over the trash can. Wipe the outside, set it down, throw the tissue away. Get a new tissue, spray it over the trash can. Wipe the bottom, set it down on the clean side. Throw away the tissue, get a new tissue, spray it over the trash can. Wipe the bottom, set it on the clean side, throw it away. Now, there's gonna be one thing over here at State Board. It's gonna be a notebook holding the paper. It's State Board's property. We don't sanitize that. We're gonna just work around that. So leave that there, don't touch it, please. Now, we're gonna get our Marvicide. Now that everything is off the left side, and we're going to wipe that off. So now everything is clean and sanitized. And I'm gonna throw this away. Now, very important, before you touch anything to start putting it back, now that we've cleaned all the dirty stuff, you need to sanitize your hands and wrists. So do that. And remember, it's always not just your hands, but your hands and your wrists. And you wanna make sure the proctor sees you and notices you doing it. So don't just do it real fast. No, you're gonna be Vanna White here. Okay? Okay, so now we're gonna put everything back. Our hands are clean. The whole surface of the table is clean. Every single thing has been wiped on the bottom of it, except for the State Board's notebook. You don't touch that. Okay, we'll just put it back now. We have our steam towels, our tissue. If you do that like I just did, sanitize your hands and wrists. We have our water, labels facing forward, meaning facing you. We have our Marvicide, label facing forward, facing you. Our soap, these are all of our universal supplies. Our gloves that are purposely not labeled. Our spatulas that are purposely not labeled. Our labeled first aid kit. And our labeled hand sanitizer. Okay, everything is set up, it's great. Now it's time to set up for the shave. So we're gonna get our bag, pull our duffel bag out from under our working area, unzip it, zip it back up, and we're gonna lay out our shave supplies. So this is still part of the procedure, number 3. Okay, throw away our shave bag in the trash. No need to zip it back up, it's being thrown away. Now this time, we're gonna keep our debris towel for the shave on the right. For the haircut, we kept the debris towel on the left, but this time we're gonna keep it on the right. We're gonna get our styptic powder, have that set out. We're gonna have our shaving gel and astringent set out with the label facing forward, meaning facing you. We have our cotton balls. We have our razor that we're going to take out of the package and put the package that it was in inside of our items to be disinfected. And now we have our drape. So we're going to, at this point, we're going to bring our mannequin back over and drape him. I just touched the tripod, so to be on the safe side, I'm gonna sanitize my hands and wrists. Anytime you touch the tripod, anytime you touch your bag with your supplies in it, underneath your station, so your duffel bag, make sure you sanitize your hands and wrists. Okay, now I'm gonna drape him, just a single drape. Don't let your clothes touch him or touch the drape or the towel. And I'm gonna drape him I'm going to tie it nice and tight. Don't want it to fall, but in case it does, remember I always tell my students to pack extra drapes and extra towels in case it does happen to fall off. But hopefully it won't. So we are going to tie it nice and tight. I like to tie it in the front since we will be working in the back most of the time. Okay, I'm going to sanitize my hands and wrists and step back to indicate I have finished, and this is the end of our number 3 procedure, which is the number 2 work area and client preparation and setup of supplies.